Hi guys, previous video we assembled the saltwater vehicle and tested it, and it ran perfectly alright on the salt water. I then stuck that solar panel on top because that was laying on my desk and it works fine with the solar panel. Just want to take that off carefully without breaking it because it's just held in place with a bit of blue tack under there. You can probably guess where we're going next. I've got a clementine there. I mean, you could call it an orange if you like. It's the same family. So that'll have some citric acid in it. So I'm just going to cut a couple of slots in it and put the plates in there, which I put away after I'd finished playing with them the other day. Yeah, that one's the magnesium one, which you can probably see is a bit discoloured now. It was a sort of shiny silver. It's got some black spots and some white coating on it. And then that's the carbon plate. In fact, that might be an idea. I'll just give it a little bit of a rub to give us a bit of a shiny surface before we try it. And then this, I'll just push a couple of holes in it. Oh, that's very juicy. Getting the juice everywhere. You should be able to see it shining a bit now. Just scrape the whatever it was that was coating it. All right, it shows the negative going on here, but as I said in the previous video, it doesn't make any difference. It just means it'll either go forwards or backwards. So where's me? Stick that one in there. We'll lift it up just in case it does start going. It's not sliding in there as well as I want it to. Let's open that up a bit more. And when we come to the potato, we can boil the potato and that does improve the performance. But we won't do that initially. Okay, so we're in there. I would say we've got absolutely nothing going on. I'll just check that nothing else has gone wrong. Yeah, so the motor's still connected, but we're not getting anything, or at least not getting enough voltage. Let's get that going. I had hoped that we might get something. I'll put a meter on it just so we can have a look. No, we got 1.6 volts. I think what we're lacking is the capacity. Current flow. So it's not bad, 1.6 volts. I wonder if I've got an LED anywhere. I'd need a red one to try and get it off 1.6 volts. You might be wondering why I said a red LED. Well, the red LEDs will light from a lower voltage. A typical white LED wants probably 3 volts before it'll light up. Whereas some of the old style red ones will light up from much lower voltage. So we've got a ordinary AA battery here. It doesn't light up well, but you will see it just lights up. If I turn that other light out, so it's not quite so bright in here. So it's just lighting up with 1.5 volts. So we put that one on there. Might as well go on direct, haven't we? That one on there, let's take that one off. That one on there. Oh yeah. Can you see that? So we're just lighting up that LED with about, what did we say, 1.6 volts, wasn't it? 1.56, thereabouts. So yeah, we got some voltage, but it's not enough to drive the motor. And that. So a little bit disappointing, but not surprising. So that was a fail with the Clementine. So I'll take the cathode and anode out, wash them off. I'll cut this, so because we don't need all of that in there. And then we'll have a try with the potato as it is, uncooked. So put magnesium plate in. Carbon plate. A bit of test. There. 1.53 volts. Okay, disconnect that again. Just in case you're wondering, I have done quite a few videos on this sort of thing in the past. And I could never get a potato to run a car. There was, probably still is, a spoof video on YouTube apparently showing a guy with a potato-powered car that goes up slopes, and I think he even had it radio controlled in the end. Right, that's not doing anything. So nothing like enough power. Shame, it would have been nice to see that shooting along. And while we're at it, let's put those leads back on it again and see if we can light up the LED. Let's bring this up close, put it in the dark. Oh, it is glowing. Just see it glow a little bit when I connect it up. Hang on, let's turn that light out. Okay. Can you even see that? You can just see the change. So it's less than we were getting from the clementine, the little orange. But it is definitely just exciting the LED a tiny bit. The only thing left to do, and I always think it's a bit of a cheat, is to boil that in salty water. Now, the mere fact that you're boiling it in salty water goes back to just a saltwater battery. The fact that you've got a potato that's been soaked in salt water just seems a cheat. I need to add a correction in here. I checked my old videos. There was a link there to a video by Experiments Robert 33, who does a good comparison between boiled and unboiled potatoes for power. Boil them for 8 to 9 minutes, no salt. So he specifically says no salt in it, which is a bit of a problem because I've chucked my potato in the pot there and it's boiling away, and I did chuck some salt in with it. We'll see what happens, but it won't be a genuine result for the reasons I've already given. You're actually adding salt into it. Still, we'll see what happens in a minute. We have motion. We have motion. I don't think that'll be enough to actually drive it along, but we have increased the output from the potato by boiling it. Briefly. Okay, well, it worked very, very briefly. And the really frustrating bit is this is take 2. It actually worked much better than that first time through, but the camera wasn't recording. Always the way, isn't it? That is so frustrating. A big break in continuity here, guys. I set it up with the boiled potato and it was working. I wasn't running it on the floor, but at least the motor was turning the wheels. And I also demonstrated it lighting the LED a bit brighter. And I think we were getting about 1.6 volts. And then I looked up and the camera wasn't recording. It's been a long day and the battery had dropped right down and it had stopped. Now I've got the power lead on it at the moment. I'm hoping that it's recording and recording audio at the same time. And I'm boiling another potato because by the time I'd realised everything had gone wrong, the potato battery had run down. So we'll have another go. Introducing you to the second potato. I'll cut it in half, put some slots in it, put the electrodes in it, cathode and anode, and we'll see what happens. Oh, that nearly worked. Well, that's less convincing than the first time. It actually ran for several minutes. Whether that was because it had got a bit of salt mixed in with it. But yeah, that's really not doing it now. I mean, there's no way that that's got enough power to actually drive the car along anyway. Right, in that case, we will definitely have to use some of the earlier footage to show that it was actually running the motor, albeit not very well. Yeah, we were up around 1.5, 1.6 volts with the one that I boiled in salty water. Which rather makes the point of what I was saying earlier, if I haven't edited that bit out. It just seems like cheating if you boil it in salty water, because you might just as well have a saltwater battery. I may not have boiled this long enough. It feels a bit harder. Than the first one did. Yeah, 1.1, 1.2, that's nothing. We were definitely getting about 1.5, 1.4 something, 1.5. I'm going to stop there because this has gone on far too long. Might have to revisit again some other day. But I'll take the footage that I've shot and see what we can do with it. We even had this LED lighting up slightly brighter than it was. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave us a comment so I know how I'm doing. And somewhere up here there'll be some links to related playlists. Thanks again.